Hey, what's up gamers? Enforcer5150 here, and we are back to go ahead and do another Elden Rings guide. The boss that we're going to do today is Margit The Fell Omen, which is right outside the Stormvale Castle. The only way that we're able to get to the castle will be to defeat Margit. Now, I am not going to lie and say that this is an easy boss to get through because it is not, and one of the mandatory bosses you need to do to get into the castle. Now, before you tackle this boss, I'm going to recommend a little bit of a deviation. You want to go ahead and get Margit's shackle. It is worth noting that the shackle actually costs 5,000 runes, so make sure you save up a few runes before you go in for the purchase. Now, this shackle is going to disable Margit 2 times before the second half of the fight, so you'll only have 2 times to use it, but it's worth getting it because it'll make this first part of the fight go so much easier. You're going to want to make your way over to the northeast where you'll see Murkwater Cave. Now, up the river here, you'll notice that there is a little cave that is in between here, but one thing you can do, you can kind of avoid some of the skeletons in the very back and in the front if you just go all around the left side of the river. You can jump down through a few spots and it'll make it much easier if you don't want to take on all the skeletons there, and I would actually recommend it because you can get some extra runes. As you start going down the river, you'll notice that it will say you're being invaded by Nigerius. Now, Nigerius is, well, his name is Bloody Finger Nigerius. He has some Reduvia daggers that will inflict bleeding on you, and it'll just keep on building up on you. After you dodge his attacks for a while, you'll notice that another hunter will pop up, Yura. Now, when Yura comes up, Yura will come in there and start just, taking names and just starting to beat him down. You can pretty much just sit back because he is going to beat him. You can get a few hits in there if you want, or you can go ahead and try to fight him all on your own, but it is a lot easier if you just dodge out of the way. Now, after you're done with this fight, you can see that there's a little torch here. Go ahead and go inside the cave, and it's a very basic dungeon. Just kind of stay to the right and watch out for the bells. Now, once you go through the first part of here, you'll notice that there is a cave entrance which has a boss. Now, inside here, this is barely a boss. His name is Patches, and this is the person that you're actually going to want to buy the shackle from. Now, this fight is very, very basic. You just want to avoid his little blood poison. Just keep on jumping back a few. You'll do a few attacks, and once you get him down to about halfway, he's going to start begging for his life. Once you get there, you want to say that you're going to save him, because once you do that, that will give you the option to be able to purchase things from him. Now, once you're done with that, go ahead and just go to a rest area, come back, and then you'll notice that he now has a store open for you. Now, once you have the shackle in hand, you'll be able to go ahead and go back, and then you will be able to start this boss fight. Now, I'm going to recommend that you level up your weapon maybe 3 times. I know I've seen people say, in other places say about 2 times. Maybe I would say, level your character up maybe 2 or 3 times, and your weapon up 2 or 3 times as well, because it is not easy. Now, before you get into the fight, one thing I do recommend doing is using the Godric ashes, soldier ashes, because they definitely help. Those are the ones that helped me actually beat this guy. Some people do say use the wolves instead, but I really had better luck when I used the soldiers. On the right side of the dungeon, before you enter, you'll see that it has a summoning portal there. It's a gold message board that kind of looks just like normal messages. This is how you'll summon the sorcerer Rajir. Rajir is going to help you with the fight, and it's definitely important in the first part of the battle. Now, once you get inside, you're going to see him either do a long jumping stab at you, where he's going to jump way in the air and then slam down. You can avoid that by dodging or blocking if you have a shield. Or he's going to throw his 2 daggers, and then it's going to be a sweeping strike, which is kind of like another jumping strike, but it's not as high. Now, you just want to kind of go off to the side and stay away from the edges. Now, when he comes out with his 4 combo attack, you kind of want to try to hit him around that time, and then try to hit him in the face when you can. It'll stagger him. It'll give you a little extra chance to get some extra damage on him. But you just want to also make sure that he doesn't take down Rajir right away, because you want him to last until at least 60%. Once 60% comes up right before it, you want to hit him with it again. This way you can get a little bit more into his damage into that second half. So remember that you only can use the shackle 2 times in that first half. Once he brings out the golden glowing hammer, that's about when you want to bring out your Godric soldier ashes. That way, they can do most of the damage in the second half. Now, these soldiers don't have a lot of damage that they can take, but they definitely will help you defeat him. Sometimes you want to try to get him focused on you so he doesn't go after your guys, because they, like I said, they don't have that much health, but they're the ones that are going to do a lot of the damage, because if you can do a little bit of damage to him, he's going to focus on you. You'll be able to dodge because they can't really dodge. Once you finally defeat Margit, you'll be able to have access to Stormvale Castle, and you'll get an extra talisman slot. So let me know what you think. Have you beat this guy yet? Is this a way that you did it? Is there another thing that you were doing that got you through it? Or are you still trying to get this? Let me know in the comments below. If you're still having troubles, I'll try to help if I can. But like I said, sometimes you just have to keep on hitting at this, because I definitely did quite a few times. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching this video today. Make sure you hit that like button and definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel. You all take care and happy gaming.